What is up, my friends? Good morning. It is an absolutely beautiful Tuesday morning here in Arkansas. I just wanted to log in to let you know that I love you and I care about you and I'm thinking about you. That you're worthy, you're important. You are indeed a bad motherfucker. Man. I'm sitting here watching some little bitty bird chase a big ass crow around. It happens. Man. I don't know what happened to me yesterday, but right after the video, I went to work and got a migraine like a motherfucker. Started vomiting and Lil Doggy went home. I slept. I sat down in the man cave and went to sleep. And slept for 5 hours. I woke up. I ate a piece of bread to settle my stomach. And then I slept for another 6. And there's Mr. Crow. Yeah. Going right back where he was. Yeah, I slept another 6 hours. So I slept good. Well, my work day away yesterday. But in the meantime, there was a person. What was your handle, dude? Forensic PhD or some crap like that. I can't think of your name. I apologize. You weren't trying to be friendly, though. You were just being a dick, to tell you the truth. You don't come on someone's channel and just start name calling. Look, the purpose of not allowing links is so that you will articulate and compose. Now, if you're not able to argue with words, rather you have to use someone else's, well, you're not articulate enough. Well, there you go. It's almost time to go to work. There's Jeff. There's Kenny. Wow. Yeah. So here, I'll point it out for you. Now, yesterday's video was about global warming. And why it's a hoax. Well, today, I'm going to give some irrefutable facts. Irrefutable facts that, well, you can't refute. And if you have any kind of common sense whatsoever, you will know bullshit. What's going on. You've got the world trying to tell everybody else we need your money and we're going to help these. Well, what it's all about is redistribution of wealth. This Paris Accord and all this other global warming bullshit that's going on with the other governments. And these people say they have consensus. They don't have consensus. They've just got bullshit. Here's what's happening. You've got people who third world countries, basically. You've got a bunch of people who they think that they're wealthy. They spend a lot of money. They borrow a lot of money to spend and to rebuild other countries that we're borrowing it from. And then what they're going to do is help rebuild their countries, the third world countries. It's redistribution of wealth. If you look at what the Paris Accord wants to do, you'll see. Now, the biggest polluters on the planet, them fuckers, yeah. Ain't it wondrous? Just a bunch of road crew. They're fixing to take half my parking lot, apparently. But they'll drive out of here soon enough. That's all the Paris Accord was, is redistribution of wealth. Now, if you look at this in a common sense way, you'll see global warming is bullshit. What some of these climatologists, a climatologist is a person who looks at the almanac Fuck, I don't know. You're just studying. Climatology has to be, by definition, the study of the past. Climate patterns of, well, that have already happened. It's history. You can't project as a climatologist what's going to happen from what's happened unless you look at like an almanac, which makes you a meteorologist. You see, there are some people who argue that we are accelerating the rate at which the ice is melting. And there are some that say we caused it. The ones who say we caused it are just fucking idiots, because I can remember my whole life video of that ice shelf breaking and falling in. There is video of the first people who came across it to look at it. And behold that shit. Who had video cameras apparently. There's video that they saw of that. It's just pushing off the continent. Right now in Antarctica, there is more mass of snow and the ice sheet is breaking off and falling off the edge. Well, as the mass hits, the glacier expands because it's thick, and the weight in the middle pushes out, and it pushes out to the edge. I mean, if you're not dumb, you understand how this works. The pyramids were once at the level of the Nile, the Tigris, and Euphrates rivers. I don't know if you studied Egyptology at all as a child, but, well, as an adult either, but they used to have boats that went right up to the level of the pyramids, and the priests went in. There was supposedly a water cavern. There's a cavern underneath it full of water, the underworld. There's so much about that area that we don't know, and that Al-Sawari, the man in charge of Egyptian antiquities, he's not going to allow to come out. There's so much in Egypt right now. But I digress. That wasn't desert. That was fertile ground. Desert is creeping in because that moisture is going somewhere else. It's being captured in ice, and it is collecting in Antarctica. We have ancient maps. In fact, Amerigo Vespucci, the man who drew the continental United States, or the eastern coast of the United States, and the reason why we're called America, because it was that man's first name. He was a map maker. I bet you didn't know that, some of you. But when he drew other maps, he used older maps that other people used, and there's maps of Antarctica, the coastline of Antarctica, that's still to this day buried under ice. How did they know where that coastline was? They guessed perfectly. You see, for the longest fucking time, there was no ice. Then ice collected. It's a period of warming and cooling. When the dinosaurs were here, I would beg to differ with anybody who says that we've always had polar ice caps. Dinosaurs were here. The temperature was like 20 degrees more than what it is now, and we had carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Oxygen level was a lot richer. Plant matter covered the earth. We had no ice caps. There have been several ice ages. In fact, most of the United States of America was covered with fucking glaciers. And they're slowly receding. Then they'll come back. Then they'll recede, and they'll come back, and they'll recede. And it all matters as to how much precipitation you get that year that dumps on top of it, that pushes it down. The same thing has happened in Antarctica. What you have is a bunch of people who want to equalize the planet. This is what Barack Obama wanted too. It's not the American way to render everyone equal. It's the American way to give you opportunity to be equal. And that's what globalization is. That's why the globalization is gone. That's why I voted for Donald Trump. That's why this motherfucker is squashing globalized community. Oh, there it is. It's time to go to work. Look, you want to come on my channel and call me a dumbass and just be a dick? I'm going to mute your ass because you're not worthy. But if you want to have a conversation, I'm all about a conversation. If you have common sense, you can see through most of the shit that these globalization people want, these globalists. You can see through most of the shit that your government tells you to. I'm gonna go to work. Be strong. You're worthy. Even if you think I'm a dumbass. I love you. Have a good one.
Lil Doggy.